You're sick and tired of feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And if you don't clean your bathroom or do the laundry right away and get your steps in and do an hour-long quiet time with God, you failed, right? Well, what if the answer was in doing less and not having this ultra rigid routine that gives you no room to breathe? That's right. I'm guessing you are doing too much for the sake of wanting to be validated by your own productivity. And how do I know? Well, I hear it in my calls with my clients, and it's the trap I can easily fall into as well. So, today you are going to learn how doing less will actually help you in following through with those things that you want to get done and you know need to get done, but not all at the same time. And P.S. applications are open for Diligent Daughters Academy. This academy is a live 8-week group coaching program, and we start in July. And I want to share that I am only taking 5 ladies this round. That's right, there will only be 5 spots open. And this is so I can give you the attention you need during your one-on-one call during the program, but also to help you with that following through, creating personalized plans, and still giving you that group support that you need. I also want to tell you that this is going to be offered at a founding member rate, meaning it's the lowest price it will ever be with one-on-one coaching included. So you can go apply with the link in the show notes. And just a little bit more about the academy. This is all about helping you get so clear about what you need to be doing and how to actually follow through with those good habits you want to keep. Make it a lifestyle, not just like an 8-week marathon. And you're going to have in-depth trainings on how to build not just a routine, again, but a lifestyle of discipline, but in a peaceful, Christ-centered way. I am not all about the rigid one-size-fits-all schedule and routine, like you have to do it my way or the highway. No, every week is about helping you specifically in the season of life that you're in, whether you're a single mom, whether you're married. And I've just been praying that the women who have been asking the Lord for a breakthrough or praying something along the lines like, God, how am I supposed to live? Like, is there all to it? No. And I want you to know, like, no, there is more to life than just wake up, get the kids ready, go to work, come home, do dinner, rush bedtime, and go back to bed and do it all over again. You can live a life that's actually more slow, calm-paced, and still disciplined and still showing up for yourself and your family. So go apply with the link in the show notes, and we will get started on July 2026. Now, let's dive into today's episode. And I want to give you insight into my life as a working mom, wife, and a coach to moms just like you who just want to be able to breathe and still take care of business. And so whenever I started the podcast way back in 2022, it was called something else, and I was just a hot mess express. And even last year, up until like midway last year, I was still struggling with negative mindsets like I'm just lazy, or maybe I'm not meant to have like this certain goal. And the one I hear the most is, well, this is just the way things are. Like, this is just the way the world works. And all of that is a load of garbage. And I just want to pause real quick. I don't take advice from people who are not where I want to be or who have not achieved the type of lifestyle that I want. Does that mean I discredit everything someone says? No, but what I'm saying is if you want to be financially well off, you should take advice from people who are financially well off, not from people who just talk about things, but you can actually see it in their day-to-day. So let's get back to what I was talking about. But I can now say with confidence that you are not lazy, you're just overwhelmed. And why are you overwhelmed? And it's because you don't have a system that works well specifically for you, like specifically for you in the current season of life that you're in. And we have transitioned into summertime in my home. And so we have had to, shift some things around. A lot of things have stayed the same, but for the most part, like some things have had to, move around here and there. But thankfully, I don't get stuck in this trap of like, it needs to be a certain way or else I'm going to go crazy. No, thank God. But I also want to say that the goal that you have to be a mom who doesn't procrastinate and can actually follow through with what she needs to do that dream, that goal, it's not going to go away. It's going to linger and it's going to stay there because you know that deep down you are capable. You have been able to solve big problems in the past, and maybe growing up you were a really great student, maybe in college you were a really great student, or at work you like outperform everyone. But even like before you were a mom, I know that you were the type of person who was able to keep up with healthy habits and maybe have some sort of routine of some sort. And then you had your first child or your second child, and it's just a whole different ball game. And that's normal. It's normal to go through the transition of becoming a mother and laying down your wants for your children. And that is a healthy mindset to have as a mom. But it also doesn't mean that you don't take care of yourself. And I just want to make that clear. And I remember thinking like, well, I guess this is it. Like, I'm just living in survival mode. My body's going to look this certain way for like forever. And I guess I'm just going to have to like trudge through life through this. And I'm here to say that that is a lie. And so what do you do about it? Well, you're probably not going to like what I'm about to say, because if you're the overachieving type, the needs to be productive type, I'm going to tell it to you anyways, because I care about you and I want you to succeed and have peace in your life. And so I'm going to tell you, you need to chill out and do less. And you're thinking like, what about, I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to get the budget ready. I need to do the laundry and the lunch boxes and yada, yada, yada. And I'm telling you, even as a former single mom, you need to stop trying to cram everything into one evening or one day. And so you're probably thinking like, well, Victoria, how do I even do that? I got you. I'm going to give you 5 things that you are probably overstressing about that are not as serious as you make them. So grab a paper and pen, your notes app, and let's dive into these 5 things. But coming in hot first is the laundry. You need clothes, I need clothes, clean clothes for that matter to wear. But don't let it pile up, but break it into chunks. Everyone in your family gets a day. Even the towels get a day. Even the bed sheets get a day. Figure out what day everyone's laundry goes on what. Like, my laundry day is Saturday. Like, that's when I wash my clothes, dry my clothes, fold my clothes, and put my clothes away. Sometimes I wait until the next day to put my clothes away. You can judge me for that, but that's just the way my brain works. Next, the sink. This one is controversial, and I'm not going to tell you to leave food out because that is disgusting and gross and will attract bugs. But if your sink isn't completely clear by the end of the night, like, are you going to die? And this is not, again, about you just completely avoiding the dishes at all, but remember, make this a fun habit. Like, find a way to make it fun. Put on a podcast or a timer or your favorite playlist and knock them out. And this is for you to understand that not everything needs to be perfect. Not everything needs to be spotless. And I'm talking more along the lines during the weekday. Like, your children crave a calm, regulated mom over the control freak that needs the house to be spotless at all times as if no one lives there. Your children crave a calm and regulated mom over the control freak. I had to say it again. So let's move on to number 3. You're going to pick a day to clean your bathrooms. You're going to pick a certain day to declutter the linen closet. And you're going to pick one day to finally take those donations to Goodwill. And again, don't do all of these things in one day. Like, if you have a day off of work and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get all this done, or else it's like do or die. Like, no, you don't stress yourself out like that. You already work hard during the week. And if you spread some of those to-do items over a couple Saturdays, or like one day you take off during the week and you're able to knock one task out, that's okay. Like, I want you to ask yourself, like, what is the rush that I'm placing myself under? Like, seriously, what is the rush? Obviously, yes, there are certain things that have a time crunch and an urgency deadline put on them, like an appointment or things like that. But I want you to ask yourself that question, like, what rush am I in? Like, why do I need to get this done right now as quick as I'm trying to? And that will take some time for you to unlearn, but it's something I even have to practice to this day. It's like, what rush am I in? And so keep asking yourself that question. Number 4, stop blaming your children for being late when you know that you shouldn't have laid down or like leaned against the wall and opened up Facebook or Instagram or whatever your kryptonite is. And then that led you to being late. And now we have a dilemma. You are the adult here. own your mistakes, and put down the phone next time. My hack for this is putting my phone in the purse that I'm taking. I just use one bag, and it stays downstairs. It has a home in this basket, and I just leave my phone down there in the mornings when I'm getting ready for work, and whenever I am getting ready for church, it stays down there most of the time, unless I actually really need it to like check a email or something, like whatever the case may be. But it stays down there so that I am not tempted or distracted. So use your environment to your advantage. That was a little bonus tip right there. Number 5, and this is the last one. Do one thing for you. You are not a bad mom for taking a break, especially for my single moms listening. You are not a bad mom for wanting to get a workout in, or take time to do your makeup, pick out a cute outfit, or pay a babysitter so you can get some time to yourself, or go on a date night. Like, this life is truly a gift. And if you are so caught up in being perfect and having it all together, but you never get to actually enjoy your life and just relax for some time and just sit on the couch with your children or your child and like turn on a movie, like, I can fold that laundry tomorrow because it's Saturday, we're not in a rush. Like, you're going to be living like a robot and just constantly under pressure, like high strung, and believe me, it's not fun. I've been there. But the verse I want to share with you is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verses 22 through 24. And it says this, and King Solomon wrote this book. So, what has a man from all the toil and striving of heart with which he toils beneath the sun? For all his days are full of sorrow, and his work is a vexation. Even in the night his heart does not rest. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. This I saw is from the hand of God. And so I want you to not be a procrastinator. And I know that you don't want to be a procrastinator. And I know you want to be a disciplined woman of God who takes care of her home 100%. Like, yes, I'm all for that. But you also want to be a mom who has room for silly moments with her children and isn't stressing about the basket of laundry that needs to be folded. And that happens when you actually follow through. Like, you're able to be that calm, regulated, silly mom when you actually follow through and get things done. And so it doesn't happen overnight, and it's much harder to do it alone than with support, accountability. And so that's why I created Diligent Daughters. So go grab one of those 5 spots available. The applications will close until they run out, or on the night before we start. So that link will be in the show notes. And thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to see you in Diligent Daughters Academy if that is where the Lord is leading you. And I will see you in the next episode.